Good morning. So we just got to site on a job in Willington, village near us. It's a bit cold out. What's she saying? 3 degrees. It's a bit cold. So I'll spin you around and show you what's going on. So we have got a horse chestnut here to do a crown reduction on. I'll just explain a little bit more about what we're doing to that. And then this conifer adjacent is being reduced in height, so the finished top of the chestnut, we're going to match the conifer to that basically. James is up in the basket today, so don't really know. I want to do more pruning videos, but I don't think they're going to be pretty boring, to be honest. You know, how many times do you want to watch someone cut the end of a branch off? Winging it basically. I'll show you this chestnut from a slightly different angle and you can see what we're doing, or what we're going to do rather more. There's the mute setup. Chipper's in the driveway. Jamesy boy's up there. Gonna get an overview. So hopefully this video so you can see that's sort of the top of the horse chestnut up there, and then you've got this big arm that's coming up over the garage. So what we're going to do is lightly reduce the very top there by sort of ½ metre. This big arm is going to have quite a good reduction, probably about 2 or 3 metres, you know, because the chance of it breaking down there with all that weight is probably quite high. And then we're going to prune in this side over here, so whatever that matches in, prune it in, get rid of this arm over the road. Back to the old video, just to chat to the customer.
Morning, is the old setup here. Give this a nice crown reduction. Probably looking about 2 metres, 2.5 off this section, slightly overextended, not so much on the back. And then obviously match these sides in along here. Got the garage underneath. Just prune back off the garage. Set up down there. Georgie boy down there doing his bits. Nice day for it. See how we get on.
So I'm just going to do a little video. He says, little video. So why are we pruning this tree? Well, really, when you go and look at these jobs, quote these jobs, you need to be asking the customer, why do you want to prune this tree? You know, what you're trying to achieve. Have you had issues with it? You know, and taking on their feedback, then you sort of come up with your recommendations, shall we say. So obviously they quite like the tree, they don't want to take it down, but they just want to manage it. To be honest, it's about max for its situation, or situ should I say. It's right next to the corner of a garage. It's starting to come over the road. That big arm was coming over the garage, you know, so you don't really want it to get any bigger than it is. So managing it at the size it is better than it getting absolutely massive and then people wanting it absolutely hammered, you know, like it was 10 years ago, because that's all I end up turning up to, is the tree's been absolutely hammered because it's far too big for where it was planted. And I should have maintained it 10 years ago, but they might have received wrong advice, or the person that done a crap job, I don't know. So I think for you as the person that's undertaking the work, you need to sort of come to an agreement with the customer with what you're going to do. It needs to be pretty much black and white. There's no, oh, I should do, why don't you take a bit more, for them really. But yeah, I think you've just got to be crystal clear when you're quoting a job and telling the customer what you're going to do, so that when you do it, you're all on the same page really. I never quote in percentages, I never quote in thirds, quarters, because somebody's 20% is completely different to your 20%. Always quote in meterage, and you don't generally have any issues, to be honest. Just giving you a view from this corner. That conifer's fucking cocking up the view massively, but you can see we've whipped out a little bit out the top. James has blended that side in pretty banging, to be fair. These bits are going to have a right smashing off them. But I don't know if the camera's going to show it.
So here we go. Apologise about the beeping, but it's the old battery on the control box running low. But we took about 2.5 meters off this side now. Obviously it's slightly harder than we'd normally want to do, but it's a feature that the client was particularly worried about being over the garage, and it was overextended, so good reduction on that section there. And then we've just took about 1 meter off the rest of the tops there, and then we'll come around now and curl this edge in, match up. There'll probably be 2 meters off that section as well. Clearance off the garage. So yeah, we're getting there. Look at the view. This is apparently working, this.
So me and James are just discussing this branch as we go. So it's this one down here. Obviously the shape's sort of coming round, so really you could try and prune it to here, but all the growers that you want to prune it to are all facing down. So, and we want to remove them just to give it a bit of a lift, you know, across. So what we're going to end up doing is removing this one all the way into there, rather than leaving like what looks like a silly sort of stub. Just going to get rid of it altogether. It's just got this bit to prune in. But yeah, sometimes if the growers aren't in your favour, sometimes it's better just to get rid of it to the next big union rather than fuck about. But that's why it's handy to have someone on the ground with you that's just going to give you a second set of eyes on it all, really. You know, James was just like, oh, what do you think of this one? So we had a little chinwag, and that's what we come up with.
And there she is, done. Again, just a subtle, some places not even 1 meter off the top, and then as we've come round it's been slightly harder, probably 2 meters off that side just for aesthetics. And same on this, there's a big overextended limb over the field, even though there wasn't so many targets. Gone slightly harder there, but there, just come round nice. Set up in the field, plenty of access, and then we've just got this connie now, which is to be reduced to the same height, and then we're done. Tidy up. George has been slacking, obviously. Look at all that mess on the floor. Too busy filming himself.
James is just finishing off that top of that conifer down to the same height as the chestnut. To show you this epic piece of kit I bought the other day, because this mute is an absolute bugger to fill up. Why anyone would fit a black fuel tank that you can't see into, I do not know, but I am not a German company. We got here with Milwaukee. Transfer from the beast, why anyone fit a black tank, I do not know. I have overfilled that tank many times and it is pissed everywhere. Stupid design.
There we go, Jimmy Duke. Come slightly lower, but what was best to the way that the branches grew. Trees done. George doing the final bit of tidying up. Let's get down and go and give him a chuck. Yeah, not a bad job. Not a bad view. On to the next.